said, in this parade, please wave your grade to the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. You make this parade a mere charade if you're marching just for fun. Our troops must feel your thanks for real before the marching is done. They know side by side you can match their stride to the drum beat and the brass, but they're not impressed with you unless you can match their stride in class. This may not sound too diplomatic, but I cannot be more emphatic. I'll tell you, it's problematic when you do less than your best, especially when it's because you put your brilliance on pause for the mere peer applause that draws from a so-called friend doing less. Quit playing, I'm saying, you know that you are great, and we know it, so show it. Don't make our heroes wait. In this parade, please wave your grade to the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. For those of you who already do the things that make us proud, your nation in appreciation says thanks to you out loud. Your soulmates should imitate the way you tap your potential. Let me try to convince them why their effort is essential. Our men and women in uniform, before, during, and after Desert Storm, always perform above the norm, anywhere and everywhere on the planet. They need to follow our heroes' lead, but they cannot lead if they cannot read. Allow me, please, to plant this seed. Don't take freedom for granted. I'm serious, I'm furious to see U.S. schools behind. Remove the clatters, just a matter of making up our minds. In this parade, please wave your grades to the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. We believe in you, warriors, protect you to do what you must to rise. Please do your part. Please start before another warrior dies. In this parade, please wave your grades to the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. They sacrifice for you. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. Please.
Good afternoon and welcome to Wave Your Grades on KUAW.org, the academic patriotism program that is dedicated to veterans and serious secondary scholars. I am your announcer, DeQuay Wilson. Now here is our host, civilian urban educator, Carl Boyd.
Thank you so very, very much, DeQuay Wilson. Today is February 1st. Happy Black History Month, as it were, but in as much as there are 365, sometimes 366 days. Every day is Black History Day, and as we enjoy the first Saturday of each month, we are blessed to have as hostess Attorney Valencia Broadus, who always brings us stellar guests from the Smart Club and young people with whom we've been working. Let me say that on this particular first Saturday, I am honored. I am first honored to be the husband of wonderful Wanda Clark Boyd, and another Clark is joining us, Wanda's sister-in-love and mine, Carmelita Clark, founder and CEO of Bullying Halt the Behavior Consultants Incorporated, co-founder of Anti-Bully World with the COO Teresa McLeod, author and songwriter Carmelita Clark. Soon, Attorney Valencia Broadus will take over, but I wanted to give that personal introduction not only because of the distinguished credentials, but because Carmelita is family. I can say thank you, and then I can have Attorney Valencia Broadus set up the program for this afternoon. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, Carmelita Clark.
Hello, brother in love, Carl Boyd, and everyone that is there at the station. And thank you so very much.
And here is attorney Valencia Broaddus.
Hello, everybody. I just want to say, okay, even though Mentoring Month has ended, it's Black History Month. So, it's really kind of continuing. As Mr. Boyd said, um, 365, sometimes 366 days a year, it's always still, it's everybody's history. Black history, white history, Hispanic history, every day. Every day is about the history, not only that is our past, but the histories that we make for ourselves and steps,
Good point.
that we're going to do to make forward. So I'm so excited to have some of my amazing, amazing students and mentors on with me. We have a couple of more that are going to be there. I was texting, they're saying, I'm coming, I'm coming. So I'm so excited about that. We have Mr. TJ with us today. We have Miss Heaven. I said Mr. Yeah, Mr. TJ, Miss Heaven, and Miss Paris with us. And so I'm going to jump in and talk about a couple of quick things that we're gonna talk about, and then from there we'll kind of come back and peel them apart kind of one by one. But this is good stuff. So basically, we are trying to do all that we can to make sure that our young leaders are just having every opportunity to catch their dreams and make it grow. And so sometimes the dream could be, I want to be a doctor because that's what I think, an amazing thing to do. Or the dream could be, I am so skilled at marketing, I know I can make some money at it, and I want you to help me start a business. So that's your dream too. Sometimes we're asking the students, what do you want to be? What do you see that you want to be? And we'll help you to build those skill sets to get there. But often it's also about you already have the skills, and what do we do to help you to turn that into revenue? Because you got to be able to take care of yourself. At the end of the day, this is all about all of us being self-sufficient when we're 18 and on to pay our bills, save a little bit, do some investing and traveling and retiring and being able to afford it. I know I just said a whole bunch there, but I just want to say that's really the cycle that we got to be able to afford stuff. So with that in mind, because that's what the Smart Career Club does, it's always important for us to really talk to our young people about what do you want to do? How do we help you to get there? And what are you doing to get there? I mean, not just us pushing you, but what are you doing also? So, we also have Mr. Kyla that just joined us. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, everyone, I know that it's early in on a Saturday morning, but soon I want you to please turn your cameras around so we can see you. I mean, that's so important because of what we do. We always help our young leaders and us too to read, write, critical think, speak, and just be in front of that camera to show your amazing smiles and beauty and handsomeness. Okay, so with that, um, we have students who are juniors, students who are seniors, college, students and graduates. Right now, this is a time for our high school students where they're not only getting ready for graduation, but we have to make sure that they're getting things in place to help them to graduate in a qualified manner so that they can get into
Uh-huh.
either the school they want to get into, or so that they can do the trade
Are
they
you
want
hearing
to.
them?
Maybe they want to go to college right away.
I was not, no.
All that's important. Go ahead.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
I
And,
hold on
hear,
just a minute.
okay. I hear you.
She's not hearing now.
oh,
Oh,
I
she
see.
she can't hear
Okay.
me. Maybe.
No.
Well, the person on the phone's not hearing. Hold on. Or go ahead with what you were saying, Valencia.
Okay, no, no, that's good. That's good. So what I want to do is I want to share that over the next few months, we're going to be making sure that we're taking our students on college tours We're going to be taking our students on schools they want to go to. We have three students for sure who want to go to Lincoln, other students who want to go to other schools, some may not know yet, but we're trying to make sure that we're getting them there to the spaces, but also talking to the people. Normally we go to, Lincoln, KU, we go to St. Louis, we go to some of the local places, and then other entities go on other college tours, in other states and
That
stuff
is
like that.
good.
So, but we try to make sure that we're getting them there, doing ACT prep, talking about scholarships, all that stuff. So, with that in mind, would love for our juniors on the phone with us, on the Zoom with us today, to please say hello to us and tell the world what you want so we can help you get there. How about we'll start with Miss Jakila. How are you today?
I'm good. How are y'all?
We are doing quite
Great,
well.
great. Okay.
Speak right up.
Are you comfortable turning your camera on so we can see you?
No, not at the moment. I'm kind of shy right now.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, hopefully towards the end, when we're saying goodbye, we'll need because that's a part of why we do this live show. Just so I mean, I know you already know that. And she's always volunteering with us, so she's shy, but she's really great. So you're on, and I want you to definitely at the end as we're wrapping up, I want you to be able to say hello. So with that though, tell us a little bit more about your career goal.
I want to be a caseworker. I love helping people, so me being a caseworker, that can involve me helping people.
Recording in progress.
She'd have to get it to you. Uh-oh. Something happened. I don't know whether something was interrupted or if it's just a matter of sound. But as we continue with the program, which is a very special first Saturday
I'm supposed
of
to
the
hit that
month
button.
program that features the Smart Club, Attorney Valencia brought us. One of her very special guests was introducing herself, and Attorney brought us who's next.
All right, that's Mr. Kyla. So now we have Mr. TJ. Tell us a little bit about you and where are you trying to go? How can we help you get there?
Mr.
Oh, yeah.
TJ is
Thank
your. Oh, hello there. Go ahead, please.
you.
Hello.
Hello, my name is TJ. I go to De La Salle and I want to become an obstetrician.
That's right. Yes, I remember that. Please go on.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been thinking
Hello.
between. Hmm,
No, you
Go
can go
ahead.
right ahead.
Go
I've been
ahead, please.
thinking. I'm supposed to be discussing what high school, college I want to go to, correct?
So not necessarily, but some of what are you doing to kind of get more and more familiar with the medical world? How are you pursuing your dream? What are you doing to get closer to it?
It's a good question. I've been helping with my class, with volunteering, but also on my own time, I'll research, do things I can do, and I downloaded some apps on my phone for courses that can help me with that.
Absolutely.
Outstanding.
So you're learning more about it, like, okay, what's this gonna be like, And we
Yeah.
thank you because we've been volunteering. We volunteered at SWOPE, just kind of helping out like the public,
Mm,
learning about that outreach piece. And then also that was SWOPE. And then for Samuel Rogers, we also were able to, help them really seeing people, helping them with basic needs like, food or just things to get people to kind of come to even know that we're going to help. And so, what we're going to be trying to do with Mr. TJ this summer, through a program called U Champs, and we might talk about that later if you guys want to, please. We've been trying to, over the past few months, connect every student with opportunities where there's these camps all over. As we learn about them, I can't teach you medicine, but we definitely could connect you with people who really can and who will mentor you in that way. So U Champs is one of those entities, and we'll come back and kind of mention that. And thank you for turning your camera on. I know y'all like, oh, y'all don't want to look at us, but this is that practice that we need. So I really do appreciate that.
You're
So
welcome.
I'm going to stop there. And Miss Heaven, how are you doing today? Miss Heaven, Heart Marketing.
Is the
I
microphone
am
on?
doing well. I'm sorry about that. I am doing well. My camera isn't on because I just hopped in the shower real quick. But I'm gonna turn it off as soon as I get some clothes on. I am doing well.
TMI. No, Miss.
I wanted to definitely say my dream, as y'all know, you guys can see my logo on my profile picture, is marketing. That's currently what I'm doing. I also want to do a podcast that I'm like, I need to stop procrastinating on. I just need to get up and just like do it. But yeah, my dream has been marketing. I was a mentee under Miss V, and just being able to see um, someone that looks like myself being successful in doing her own business was just like, let me know that anything is possible. Like whatever you put your mind to, you can do. And Miss V's saying was always, and I say it to this day, just do it. Like there's nothing to it but to do it. Like
Wow.
there's no better time than now. So
Excellent.
And believe. And the great thing with Miss Heaven, she's, gone to college and all that. She's done that piece, which is needed, but she always worked to create flyers or create, do the marketing promotions so that she could keep practicing. And now I know that she's looking forward to, with her own business, pursuing some actual very lucrative contracts over the summer, but meaning starting now, bidding and stuff, because she's built her expertise in the area. So now she can really go out and say to these other companies, y'all can pay me 30, 40, $50,000 per pop because I can prove that I can do it. And so she's practiced, that skill so she can now really make even more money at it. And so I appreciate that. Amen. Thank you. And Mr. Boyd, I'll touch on Miss Paris and then I'm gonna throw it back to you in just a moment. Miss Paris, how are you
Okay.
today?
Pretty good in yourself.
Wonderful, wonderful. So are you at games today? What you doing?
I actually just got out of we just had 3 games, so I just walked in the door so I could prepare for this meeting and then we'll be on to the next one. It's just a meeting situation, moving and grooving.
Absolutely. Miss Paris, she's been with us for a while. She's one of our mentors. She does ACT prep. She's a math. I'm serious. She's amazing with math. She tutors and, around, they pay her to be a great tutor at other schools and stuff. So it's one of the things she does for the Career Club. We have ACT prep sessions, which we need to make sure that we're helping everybody with. And she helps us with a lot of that and just all of our field trips and everything that we do. So appreciate you, Miss Paris, a lot. So, what do you have going on? Anything? Remember, we went to an event last night, Miss Paris and I, and that guy at Great Jobs KC. I was thinking, and I'm glad you're on, Miss Paris. I was thinking that he was telling us about how juniors can get a $50,000 scholarship to go to college. Did you hear him say
Correct.
that?
Yes, they could get a fifty
I
thousand
thought
dollars
he said,
scholarship to go to college. Juniors, seniors can also get a scholarship. Theirs is a little bit different. I did not get to grab all the notes for that one because he was really pressing on the juniors piece, and then also the adults piece for the Great Jobs KC, how they are paying for people to go get certain certifications that cost probably like $10,000 to $15,000 that they're paying for. So there's a lot of big things going on in the city right now.
yeah, we're gonna be coming back to you offline, so we can make sure our juniors know about that $50,000. Because I was like, okay, and all, but here's the piece that I do know: we do have to make sure we're getting those volunteer hours in. Because I remember, I think the Hart twins got those scholarships when they went to KU and UMKC, and so
And
we'll.
they need to be in before the end of February, if I'm not mistaken. It's February something is the deadline. I do not remember what the date is exactly, but I do know it's a February deadline. So we are officially in February. We have to keep it moving and grooving and knock it out and get everything
Okay.
on the books ready
So
to
you'll
go.
you'll find out that for us so
Yep.
especially TJ and Mr. Kyla, so we can know. But I remember that, and $50,000 to pay for school. Come on, y'all.
That's a lot.
Oh, no
I can
debt,
tell
no
you this
debt.
right now.
It's all
Like
about no debt.
it's a very
You
beautiful
know,
thing to have no debt.
yeah. And it's just that you start now as a junior to apply for it, and if you apply as a junior, you do stuff in your junior year, senior year, and they give you $50,000 when you graduate to go to pay for your school.
Yes.
So, and I know it's real because the Hart twins did it, Miss Heaven's sister. So, but
And
I forgot.
I've also done both sides of the KC scholars. I've gotten a scholarship through them with myself, as well as the Great Jobs KC. I'm actually actively working on my project management certification through them.
Excellent.
So
I just
it's
want to
a
say
real
it's for real.
deal
That's why I
thing.
wanted
Yeah.
to. Real deal, Lucille. Okay, Mr. Boyd, talk to us for a little bit. I know you have a guest, and I want to definitely let her tell us how we can help her. If we can.
This is so good. As a matter of fact, our founder, Louis George Walker, is a producer and engineer this morning. He's getting Carmelita Clark back on with us. This is the first time we've attempted a Zoom and a call in at the same time. So we are working with some technical difficulties, but there's no way on this afternoon of February 1st, 2025, that we're going to get out of this program without revisiting Carmelita Clark. And I'll tell you what's interesting about your talking to heaven and our talking to Carmelita Clark, to let you know that God is not the author of coincidence, but more providence. And let me tell you what I mean. When Heaven was talking about entrepreneurialism, after our conversation with Brother Pierce about training truck drivers, we did have the occasion to join you at the library when we had young people discussing where they're going and what they're doing. And I had the opportunity to speak with him outside of the realm of talking to the young people. So, Heaven, you would not know the compliments that he paid. And among the things you will remember that he said in your group, Heaven at the library, was the amount of money that you could start with if you joined the business that he was in. But it was very interesting that he was impressed not with our wanting to become truck drivers necessarily, but entrepreneurialism and what it meant and how articulate the young people were. So I want to pass along his compliments. Attorney Valencia brought us to you. And as I said, God is not the author of coincidence, but more providence. It also happens that our very special guest today, Carmelita Clark, deals with entrepreneurialism. So we will be talking about more than the bullying, the contest, anti-violence, and those things we would ordinarily just talk about. But it's amazing how many topics converge as we are talking to the young people you bring us on Saturday morning. So thank you, thank you, thank you with that. Let me find out, Brother Walker, are we, well, I guess I can ask and she'll answer if she can hear us. Can she hear us at this point, Carmelita?
I can hear you. Excuse me. I'm not going to answer this call, but someone has been trying to call me.
Oh, that's us.
Oh, well, I have an Android, and being older, I was trying to figure out how to answer this call and stay on the line with you guys.
I'm glad that you did. And Louis George Walker said, "Don't answer it. Don't worry about it."
Yeah,
Okay,
because
he
we
said.
we can hear her.
Oh, now can you hear? Did you hear Attorney Broaddus say that you can be heard?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I could hear her very faintly.
Okay. So if there's a way to turn up those who are on Zoom, we are in touch, and I cannot wait to have an exchange with the anti-bullying movement, Carmelita E. Clark, and our very special first Saturday guests.
Brother-in-law, I'm going to have to move to another room as you just heard my dog barking. So hold on.
Well, he can get in
So
on the
while
conversation.
she's moving,
Yes.
I'm gonna Miss
I am
Kyla
going
and
to
Miss
move to
Heaven and
another
Miss
room.
Paris.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna get
Anything else?
into a
No.
dialogue a little bit so that since she can't hear me is great. I think if we
I am
share a
so
little bit,
sorry.
then you
That's quite all
can
right.
share some of that, Mr.
Okay.
Boyd, in regards to the students that were
All right.
at the
Thank you so
anti-violence
much.
piece. Then that way, Mr. Kyla, I'd like you to. I know you were there with us
I'm
at the
ready.
anti-violence piece, and you were in one of the groups sharing information.
Hold on, babe.
Can
I'm sorry.
you
I'm sorry to interrupt,
go ahead?
but we were hearing Carmelita at the same time we were hearing you. Would you repeat the question, please?
No, I'm sorry. I was going to ask Miss Jakila to share with us a little bit regarding one or two of the things you remember that we said could really help to stop violence. You remember any of from that, Mr. Because Mr. Kyla, you were very engaged in that, and I really appreciate a lot of what you and everybody was saying. But since you're with us, I want you to share what do you remember about how to stop it, how to decrease it or stop
Something.
it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but something that I
Oh,
had
you
to
are
stop
fine.
violence is coming together as a community, and like I think like how we do community services, I feel like kids should come out and like express how they will want to stop violence. Like I feel like it was kids there, but like I want like more kids to come out to the community and express how they will want to stop the violence. Like that's how what I said. I really don't remember anything else but from what I said.
But that's important because, like you said, there was young people there, but there were a lot of people my age there, weren't there? You know what I mean? Like the older people who we wanted to stop it too, but we need to hear you all's ideas on how to stop it because what we think works, you all are, especially in youth violence, you all are in it, so we don't really know what you're feeling or thinking or what some of the real reasons are for it. We really don't know. We can assume, but we really don't know. We really don't know. So I like that. And so, Mr. TJ, tell me your thought. I know you were wanting to be there with us, so please, I already know that. and I know you have some thoughts because I think then this will set up Miss Carmelita to hear what you're thinking, and then she'll talk a little bit more about what they do. That's the reason I'm kind of going here first. We were just at that symposium, different people were talking about, maybe what causes violence, but also, okay, what are we going to do to stop it? So, do you have a thought or two that you can share with us, Mr. TJ, of how can we start to stop it? Youth violence, especially.
That's a good question. Um, for me, I feel like a lot of youth violence, um, a lot of youth violence isn't really a lot is, but a lot isn't premeditated. Some stuff just happened based on something that happened that day or the way somebody's emotions was. So I feel like emotional support is one thing. A lot of people don't know how to control their emotions or never been taught, or they're used to just thinking on what they first think or their first feeling that they don't really take out time to think about any actions or anything that consequences. What is it? I don't know the exact word for it, but something that happens after the fact. I don't think people really put much thought into it. So I feel like getting them help with that or just getting, coming together would be a good way to stop it.
Yes.
They're coming together again and emotional discussions, regulation, practicing somehow we got to
Yeah.
practice how to control this stuff. And
Hmm.
that's why we come together, like you said. And so, thank you, because we're going to be visiting that again in more meetings and all that, because we want to try to get more young people to come. I just want to make sure that you guys know that as well. We're going to do it more than. Oh, Miss Heaven turned her camera on. Okay, you haven't thought about it. Come on. You were there too, but we do want, we're going to get to Miss Crumley, but I want to let
Yes,
her, Miss Crumley,
absolutely.
know a little bit of what was talked about there. And even though you're an older youth, you're still a youth because you're under
That's right.
25. So,
That's right.
um, and you had a lot to say as well. So, and you heard a lot. So tell us as well. I mean, what can we be doing to help stop youth violence? And remembering that sometimes youth violence isn't just physical. You know what I mean? People think about the fighting. There's all different types of youth violence. Miss
Psychological.
Heaven.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of different things. I really wish the twins were here because you were mentioning Jasmine and Jalen, the Hart twins, the Hart sisters. They were very much engaged as well. They had a lot
Right.
to say. But they were talking about like workplace violence, like retaliation when you speak up for yourself, all types of different forms of violence. And really, I think one of the big things is just mentorship and like leading by example. That's probably the best way to teach someone is leading by example. So instead of like focusing on all the violence that's out there, this young lady that was in our group was like, well, what does peace look like? We all know how what violence look like, but what does peace look like? So that we can learn how to embody that, how to keep the peace, keep the faith, maintain that space of peace, because things are going to happen. We're going to go through trials and tribulations, but what are ways that we can, keep the peace? And a lot of people were saying like mentorship, like I wish I knew his name. The gentleman that spoke before me, he mentioned just people just having emotional support because people don't know how to regulate
Oh,
their emotions.
Mr. TJ.
TJ, yes, sir.
Mr.
Shout out to
TJ.
TJ. Thank you for speaking. Yeah, so emotional support, mentorship programs. I personally believe just like I said, just course correction, like just trying to find ways where we can direct their energy to more things that'll help grow them and benefit them than set them back and hold them back. So just course correction, not necessarily telling people you're wrong and you're doing this wrong. Like there's a way you come about it. Like maybe just like I said, leading by example, showing them, yeah, I see what you're doing. And this is, just showing like I feel like when I was in Smart Career Club, 4-H Club with Miss V, that example, that hands-on, like seeing is belief or believing is seeing is what I believe. But just being able to see that, um, and experience it helps change your perspective. It helps you give a new perspective on life. So whether it be like I was saying, mentor, or Miss V was saying, mentorship programs for kids, like outside of school programs, that what things that just give them activities to do so that they are not bored or they're not going out in the street and trying to do other things, like just finding things that they could put their energy towards that could be working for them. So yeah.
That practice. Thank you. Interesting that you brought up that 4-H and you all were on that 4-H council. We put youth on an adult 4-H council.
Oh,
And
Yes.
the extension council that I was a president of for several years, we managed all the counties in the area, but that, and also we had budgets, we ran all the programs for extension, all this type of stuff. So what was interesting is me being the president, and I'm bringing these young people in, a black young lady and a white young lady, so there was a couple on the council. And what was interesting is those young people got to see the adults fight with rules because I'm a fighter. I mean, anybody who knows me
okay.
knows, I don't, but I fight with my pen and with my words. And so they got to see me do that because I know how, because sometimes it was a mess. I mean, they would try to, it was, oh my Lord, oh Lord. But you just have to stay poised and you have to know your Robert's Rules of Order, your parliamentary procedure, and you shut it down. You shut it down because the
Wow.
rules say if really interesting. But my students got to see me not go off, not cuss people out because they was mean to me a lot, but it didn't matter because I knew the rules. I was still the leader, and I had to be in control. And we would ride home after meetings. Miss V, you let them do that to you? I said, but you saw what passed, right? It didn't matter. I mean, they were trying to tell me to beat them up.
All right.
But these were other adults in the room. It was real interesting.
Well,
Being bullied happens at all levels. And that's why I wanted to say that to then get to Miss Carmelita, because it's not just if we do it when we're young, then we keep doing it in the workplaces and everywhere else. It happens, so we learn to not do it, but also learn to manage people and get them away from us so that we don't act out. So amen. I'm gonna stop
thank,
there, but thank you for that. And Mr. Boyd, talk with us now.
well, let me do this. This is our beyond half hour first break. And ask Carmelita Clark to be prepared after the break to talk about anti-bullying from her perspective. So here is DeQuay Wilson.
Reminding our 7th through 12th grade students that you can win a monetary award from our sponsoring organization. Yes, we do say organization on purpose, with purpose, Stutes for Boots. Your essay title will be Heroes You Know You Didn't Know Were Heroes. Your content will identify a veteran at your school who can be absolutely anyone, an administrator, a coach, teacher, absolutely anyone. If your essay is chosen and submitted by an adult who gives you permission to read it on this Waive Your Grades program, you will be awarded a monetary prize. Please send inquiry or entry to to ACPAT KUAW 2024 AOL.com at AOL.com.
Oh, that's
Again,
right.
that is ACPAT KUAW 2024 AOL.com at AOL.com. Now back to our host, Carl Boyd.
Thank you so very, very much, and very, very anxious to get to Carmelita Clark. Let me ask everyone who is with us when Carmelita Clark begins to speak, raise your hand if you cannot hear her. Let us know if there is any technical difficulty, because that's what we've been working with. And wow, what an introduction Valencia brought us as it relates to anti-bullying, because this is the anti-bullying expert. Carmelita Clark, tell us about it.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would say I'm the anti-bullying expert, but what I will say is how God has used me in the realm of anti-bullying. Anyone can go online and get all of the anti-bullying information that one might need. But what makes bullying halt, the Behavior Consultants Inc. and Anti-Bully World different, is that April of 2011, God gave Carmelita Clark a little humble nothing vision and a dream of an African-American superhero named Anti-Bully Man and the 5 Dastardly Bullies. Since that time, God has opened up doors for us to go in schools, some of the various school districts, to have assemblies, workshops, seminars. We've been blessed to present at a few churches. For the past 8 years, we've done Day with a K out at the Royals Stadium, having partnerships with Sonic and Mazuma and McDonald's. We've passed out coupons, Mazuma pencils, banks. God has just opened up so many doors, and I just thank Him. We are strong. Reverend Theresa McLoy is my business partner, and we are strong anti-bullying advocates. And prior to God giving me the vision of the superhero anti-bully man and the 5 dastardly bullies, I had saw on the news about a child as young as 7 years of age committing suicide due to being bullied. And I'm one of the perfect examples that no matter your age, if you want to do a work for the Lord, He will use you. He will present you with that vision. And that night in my sleep, God gave me that particular vision. And since then, we have been working for parents, for teachers, and all for the glory of God.
That's outstanding. And I would like for particularly the young people, but everyone on the panel, when you offer your question, I will find out if it is being heard, and if necessary, I will repeat it. But as it relates, Attorney brought us to anti-bullying and your take that you introduced. Is there anyone on the panel who has a question for Carmelita Clark?
I do want to say, Miss Carmelita.
Now, let
I
me
remember.
ask right there. Carmelita, are you hearing this?
Vaguely.
Okay.
They sound far, far off.
Okay. Then Heaven will finish, and I'll try to give the brief. Go ahead, please.
I remember meeting her at a networking event, and they were, presenting me with, anti-bullying and the fight. When she said it, I'm like, I remember that. Oh my God, that is so crazy. We were going to work together. She offered me like a type of internship, a possibility or opportunity. There we go, opportunity. But yes, does great work. My question for you is, how do you, or what is the system that you use to execute, no matter what obstacles get in your way, no matter what challenges you come across? What system do you use to constantly, that just reminds you like of your purpose, why you started doing this in the first place, and keeps you going, keeps you just, doing God's work, as you said, going to war for God?
Did you hear that?
No, Carl. I mean, it's
Heaven.
just a little bit of
Okay.
choppiness.
And then I don't know, DeQuay, whether or not it can be turned up, but let me say this, that Heaven happened to remember an event where you were involved, and she received an award. She received recognition for her work along those lines, and she has a particular interest seeing how much it means, what it meant to her, and what it means to you. How do you persevere, quote, through it all, unquote?
How do I persevere through it all? I persevere through it all with vision and the help given to me from God. First of all, you have to be passionate about vision. And my business partner and I, Reverend Theresa McLeod, and I are very passionate about helping others, especially children. We have been educators off and on for the past 30 years.
Wow.
And between Reverend Theresa and myself, that's about 65 years of educating and working with children, get grades, pre-K, all the way to 12th grade. So it's a passion, it's a ministry.
Outstanding. And before the next young person steps up and asks a question, Heaven, do you still have an interest in supporting this kind of effort?
Absolutely.
Okay, that is so good. Who's next? Well, I'll tell you, if you don't have a question for my sister-in-law Clark, I have a question for you. Being in my 80s, not having a real appreciation for the climate, thank you, Evan, for the climate in schools today, would you say, as young people, particularly in high school, that you ever feel that you are in danger of being bullied, or have you had to rescue someone who has been bullied?
And that question is addressed to me, Brother Huff.
Actually, that would be wonderful if you answered. I wanted the young people to participate as well, but first, please, Sister Clark, respond.
Okay, it's an excellent question, and wow, I just had a parent call me up this week, and actually a friend of mine on Facebook and outside of Facebook contacted me and said the could she give the young lady my phone number. The mom's daughter who was in ninth grade. I'm not going to name the name of the high school, but she has been bullied so viciously. It's been cyberbullying. It's been uh, verbal, and it is affecting her mentally and emotionally. The mother has gone to the principal and to everyone, every adult that is involved at the school. No help,
Oh boy.
no help. They continue to um, send her daughter home, but did nothing to the actual bullies. Anyway, to make this long story short, because we don't have that much time, the mom called me just this week asking for help of what else can she do. And she has had to pull her daughter, who she said was a straight A student,
My God.
whose grades had started to drop, who was in the college preparatory, taking college preparatory classes. She has had to pull her out of school to so that she can get homeschooled. The bullying was that bad.
Well, let me say this. I had invited the young people for my particular question, but I'm looking at the time. And this time has passed very, very quickly. So rather than do that, if you will, if everybody can hear, there is a campaign, there is something in which we can all participate for your anti bullying effort. Will you tell us about that, please?
Yes, and thank you so much for this opportunity. I will make it fast and short.
Take your
God has
time.
opened up an opportunity for my business partner and I to be in a competition called the Entrepreneur of Impact. And God presented this blessing to us about 2 weeks ago. I registered, told them what our business was about, and 2 days later they emailed me and invited me to be a part of this competition. We are in, right now, we are in the top 20, and we are needing votes. And I have sent the information to you, Brother Love, and to the Attorney Felicia. And so that will give the young people the website to go to. We are asking for not only prayers, but for votes. You can vote daily or free. And if you could please talk to your friends, your neighbors, your family, if you could give them the information, the website, so that they can vote as well, it will be much appreciated. This is what we could possibly win. We could win 25K. We have a chance to be in the pages of the Forbes magazine and a one-on-one mentoring session with Mr. Shark Tank himself, Damon John.
Wow, that is outstanding. Attorney Broadus, I see you reacting.
No, I'd say that'd be exciting, the Shark Tank thing. I have a question, and I think, well, so I'm hearing about definitely about that there's a campaign, and that I heard Miss Carmelita mention like a parent had called and
And please
said
speak up
can't.
as loudly as you can.
I'm sorry, and that
That's all
she
right.
had said, can her daughter talk
And
to
for
her,
some reason,
and
I
that
can hear
now
you,
there's
but I
an
can't hear any of the
opportunity
others
for
asking questions.
Okay, I'll repeat what she says.
opportunity
Okay.
for her to win. I haven't, and I maybe I'm missing it. What what does Miss Carmelita, what do they do to help people? I haven't heard that yet. So I'm just kind of curious. Like I know she's at a passion, it's a campaign, but what does she do?
Oh,
Like
I
does
see.
she
I
like
see.
she kills people?
Okay,
I don't know what the business is about.
we will be, Carmelita,
Hmm.
um, doing what we can to encourage participation, and most particularly votes for a campaign like this. And all of us who are on the panel, the young people, some of whom have not had the opportunity to meet Carmelita Clark, can you explain what your program is about so that when someone says, well, how does it help people, we'll be able to say this? Please fill us in.
We teach anti-bullying via education,
Yes.
music, and the arts because children are very visual. We teach different types of bullying. We have programs for those who are also bullies. We
Ooh.
have a full curriculum, an anti-bullying curriculum for grades pre-K through 12th grade. Um, we have original anti-bullying products, books, music, because both of us are children's authors, and I am also a songwriter. So those are
That's
various
right.
ways that we teach our anti-bullying program.
Outstanding.
Got it.
Now, let me ask Sister Broadus, as it relates to the kinds of things you do and our young people do, and you've been doing so well for 30 years, how can a partnership, limited as it might be, take place with something like this?
So, the main thing is we can, learn more about it. I like that art piece because we do, for example, I know Brother TJ, he ain't played for me yet, but I know he's a musician and he plays and
Ah,
does some things. Um, but we've done plays, we've done skits, and as you know, we're always getting our young people involved in ways to express themselves. And so we're going to be planning an Arizona trip in
wow.
August so
Now,
we can go compete.
I'm sorry to do this. Let me just interrupt you for a moment and say to Sister Clark that the young people with whom Valencia works are artists, musicians, very self expressive. They reach out and not only perform, but lend a hand in very many ways. So, Sister Broadus, please continue.
So there could be opportunities for us to, volunteer. We do event planning. We're always just trying to get out there and help,
Event
as Mr.
planning.
TJ said, just
Hmm.
kind of serve support. That's how we come together. We're always trying to
Outstanding.
be together doing something to help. And if there's an event she's having, it may not be a class, but maybe there's a fundraiser or
Ah,
something that we could be there to help. And that's how we also can learn about we can see it firsthand. It's easier for us to advocate and tell other people about, maybe it might not, we could still go to the website and read and vote now,
advocate
if we,
and vote. Hmm.
yeah, but we definitely, how do we get involved? Because we're going to be
Now,
as Miss Kai said, we definitely are. It was a really good symposium. I mean, it was a great
that is
symposium.
so good.
Everybody there, we did those after card, and you were there, Mr. It was really great. And so everyone was
Absolutely.
like, when are we going to do it again? When are we going to do it again? But they want to hear the young people because they're the ones who are being bullied or bullying. So, but how do we help? Like what TJ said, emotion regulation, teaching people how to practice and ignore all of that, redirecting, as Miss Heaven was talking about. how do we do it? And it sounds like Miss Carmelita probably has some of those things. So
Yes.
maybe she could be, we could do like some simulations. I mean, I don't know, but we
Wow.
could act things out because that's we like to act and stuff and
Okay.
sing and all
Well,
that.
well, let me tell you, you might not believe that this is fortunate this afternoon rather than unfortunate that we have not had the amount of interchange we would lack because of technical difficulties, and we're almost at the end of the program. But what you just broached as it relates to partnership, perhaps formal, perhaps informal, and activities can be a topic on a future program when we make sure that all of our technology is together from the beginning of the program, and the dialogue can be more profound because you will be hearing each other. And having said that, and the few minutes we have left, before I ask that Carmelita Clark give us the final statement and how we can participate, I think she can count on some votes from this program. But before that, with this, just these few minutes, I feel like I've limited Sister Paris and our other guests. Can you just, each of you, if you care to, take about 30 seconds uh, to close out, and to close out on this particular subject, I will finally call on Carmelita Clark. Anybody, please, 30 seconds.
This is Miss Paris Holly. What I'll say is bullying is at all stages. Even my son has expressed some because he went to the symposium as
Wow.
well, and they're sixth. And so the fact that he's able to speak on it just means we have a lot to do, and we do need to make sure we stay connected with you because it's a team effort. It's not just one
Thank
person.
you.
And thank you very much.
Next.
This is Heaven Hart.
Miss
I do
Evans,
want to
Mr.
say
TJ.
yes. I do want to say thank you, as Miss Paris mentioned. Thank you for what you do because it takes a village, as they
All
say.
right.
So definitely want to keep in contact. Maybe do a partnership. That would be cool. And yeah, just stay connected, stay together, and that's all I got.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Amen. And then also quickly, we will be planning another symposium meeting of voices, and I'll be having Mr. Kyle and others to help me to get other young people to come together to talk more. But we're going to be planning skits and stuff, and we'll be doing it as
Ah, now
fundraisers
you're
for
talking.
the trips we'll be doing. And so that's what we'll be doing. But it'll be great
Thank
to have Miss
you.
Carmelita to maybe partner somehow. Maybe we can act
All
out
right.
some of what she's doing to maybe help promote more. So not
Thank you.
sure, but we'll do something because we're gonna keep talking about this. We gotta make this happen. What
Oh,
Mr. TJ
yes.
said.
Thank you.
We
Any
gotta
other voices?
oh
Yes, sir.
Mr. TJ, you good?
Yeah. What was the question? My bad. I had to do something.
Oh, no, that's
Any
all right.
any,
We
any closing comments?
Oh, I'm glad to see like that there's opportunities and people out there that want to help with stuff like this because a lot of people, like most people do, they can say it don't affect me, so I'm just gonna continue on what I do, or it don't bother me, or figure out ways it can only help them. But I'm glad to see that there's people out there that want to venture off and help, the root of the problem
good,
instead of trying to
good, good. That
fix
is
the problem when it's
excellent.
already done.
Thank you very, very
Amen.
much.
Thank you, Mr.
And
TJ.
finally, Carmelita Clark, last comment.
Well, I just want to say thank you to you, Mr. Carboyd, and to Attorney Valencia, and to the young people that are there. I just want to say thank you to the staff, and for those in the listening audience that you don't have the information for the website to go vote for me, but if you are on Facebook, just go to Facebook, Carmelita Clark, and you will find the information.
There you
You'll
go.
see my picture and the information about the Entrepreneur of Impact. And
I'll,
thank you in advance for your votes. If you vote between now and February the 6th, um, there's a possibility, God willing, that we could get to the second stage of this competition. So in advance, thank you guys.
And we can do a vote a day.
A vote daily, free.
All right.
A free vote every day.
Thank you.
Thank
It has passed by so quickly. Attorney Valencia, real quick. I think we're almost over time, but please, real quick.
No, I don't have. She said free or three a day. Free or three.
One vote a day.
Yes, each person can do one vote a day.
Thank you. DeQuay Wilson.
I want to thank our guests, our listeners, our viewers for joining us on this technologically challenging program today. Stoops for Boots, Wave Your Grades. We come to you live every Saturday from 1 until 2 p.m. Central Standard Time from the W.E.B. Du Bois Learning Center in Kansas City, Missouri. I am your announcer, DeQuay Wilson. Now, our host, Carl Boyd, will close with either Carl's commentary on academic patriotism or his daily message for students in honor of our veterans from his book, Morning Messages.
Daily message. To students across the USA, your Stoots for Boots message for this day, February 1st. Students represent America in class as troops represent America with class. This has been Wave Your Grades. So thanks to all of you, gracious God and wonderful Wanda. I'm on my way home.
Amen.
Amen.